Hello, it's Joe here for Joyrider TV. Today I'm going out on a Hobie 16 single-handed just to practice some tacks and jibes. It's not massively windy, it's probably about 12 knots at the moment. So I'm going to go and see what we can see. So firstly, I think quite useful to look at is just getting off this mooring. I know in the real world it is quite unlikely that you'd have your boat on a mooring. So I'm standing on the bow, the sails are loose, unhooking, but I'm not going to let go. I want to turn the boat off the wind a little bit. So I'm going to do this by walking the mooring towards the back of the boat, and as we know, if we hold the boat at the back, it's going to want to turn away from the wind. Okay, I'm just being a little bit cautious here so I don't hit this other 16. And there we go. Making the bear away. Gonna head up a bit so I get this buoy clean between the hulls, not kick a rudder up. Not that that would be a massive issue, just a slight issue. I'm gonna put the jib travellers about halfway. It's not so windy. Jib in tight, main sheet traveller just inside the tow strap. I might pull that in a bit more. Hooking on and moving out onto the trapeze. Pulling the jib in a bit tighter. There we go. Lovely. And we're off. So I'm getting as low down on the trapeze as possible. Trying to get as much weight out as I can. Up ahead we've got Leia, who's one of our German instructors, who's out to do exactly the same thing, so we're just going to catch up with her before we start. Flying the hull there a bit. Going to put the hull down again. Nice. Oh, this wind has come in nicely. Wasn't expecting great things today. In fact, might just let the traveller out a bit more there. It's windier than I'd anticipated, or perhaps I'm not as light. I'm lighter than I thought, or perhaps I forgot to put the downhaul on. What do you think? Yeah, downhaul is not on. So there we go. I'm kind of leaning out as much as I can. I'm on tiptoes to get a bit of extra height. Just trying to catch up so we can get into this bit of tacking. In fact, I might go, oh, as a windsurfer, yeah, I'm not going to tack there. Always a good idea before you tack to look at the area into which you are going to tack. And then I'm going to try tacking from the trapeze. There's Leia going for the first tack from the trapeze. Nice, nailed that. So what I'm going to do is just let off the jib a little bit first, and that will just help to pull the front of the boat round a bit, and then sorting myself out. Okay, and then sorting the rope out as quickly as I can, hooking on, and out we go. Okay, I think that wasn't too bad for the first one. Forgot to put the downhaul on again. Oh, there's Leia going for the big tack there. Nice. Oh, she hit that quite nicely. So I think I'll tack underneath her. So just going to let the jib off a little bit. Sheeting in, uncleating, pushing away, standing on the hull, coming in, and There we are. Now, okay, I'll pull the downhaul on this time. The downhaul makes a lot of difference, setting both jib travellers to halfway. Okay, and off we go. When sailing single-handed, it's a good idea to set your trapeze a little bit shorter so you're a bit higher up, and that just means there's a bit less risk of accidental unhooking as you're going out, because of course single-handed you really don't want to be falling off the boat. Okay, so I'm going to tack here shortly. I'm checking the area, just one windsurfer. This time I'm not going to bother loosening the jib off, see what effect that has. So transferring the main sheet to my stick hand a bit, moving back, standing on the hull, unhooking, coming across, really jib pulling the front of the boat across there nicely, trying to get it up to speed as quick as we can, hooking on, moving out. There we go. I'm actually going to throw the jib sheet to the other side, so that's ready for the next tack. Next tack coming up here. So steering slowly into the tack and then increasing the rate of the turn as we go through. And there's Leia there coming across on the other tack. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that trapeze because it's just confusing having both of them flapping around. And there we are. So that's something else I've just learned. Get rid of the helm's regular trapeze and just use the cruise trapeze. If the cruise trapeze, let's go through the trampoline. Right, another tack coming up. There we go. Whoa, not as good this time. Getting across the boat. Whoa, almost fell out the back. Okay, let's get rid of that trapeze. And jib sheet is coming in on the new side. Okay, I'm going to go for another tack almost straight away. Throwing the jib sheet down already. Sorting out the main sheet. Here we go. So I'm using the hull at the back as kind of like a stepping stone to get in a bit easier, which I find quite nice. All right, let's get the jib across. Okay. Pretty sluggish exit there. And there's Leia with a nice tack. She's coming in on the knees, whereas I'm coming in standing up. It's just a personal preference choice. Okay, so here we go. Right, coming in, missed the hold on the handle a bit there. So, coming across. I think Leia's got much better exit speed than I have. I'll have to ask her how she's doing that. Back out onto the trapeze. There we go, we can look at Leia's technique from here. Right, we better tack as well. Here we go. This time I'm going to let the jib off when we head to wind. So there's one less thing to do on the new side. Now I can just pull that in. And now we've run out of windward space and the wind gets a little bit gooey up here. So, gonna have to bear away a bit. and go onto our downwind leg. Yeah, this wind is pretty bad. I'm going to come forwards a bit. I'm ready for this next gust, but this next gust isn't even there really. Oh, there's Leia popping in one more tack. Okay, maybe we should do that as well. So steering slowly into the wind. Once the jib backs, then increasing the rate of the turn. Leia, I think we should go downwind. Okay, so just regrouping, straighten up the camera. Leia, maybe we'll go down to the Ocean Elements yellow buoy. We'll go to the yellow buoy of Ocean Elements and then turn downwind from there. So that should be a reach down to that, or you could just follow me. Okay. So just letting the traveller out a bit more. Is she going for the trapeze? Yes, she is. She is a very good 16 sailor. One of the German instructors here on the team. Oh no. Oh yeah. So she's opted for the trapezing. I've gone for the sitting on the boat. She's going to be better off in the gusts. I'm going to be better off in the holes. So it's whoever gets more of what they're going to be better off in, if you know what I mean. Okay. So just coming down to this buoy here. So now we're downwind. We're just watching the telltales, the front of the boat, to tell us which way to go. Yeah, so I think we will jibe on the mark. Looking for gusts, because it is pretty gusty up here by this mountain. Yes, that's taken us a little bit more upwind onto a beam reach, so I can sheet in a bit. Coming down and nipping through. There goes the buoy. Okay, so for the jibe, I'm just going to bring the traveller in a little bit and stick onto the new side. Across it goes. And I'm not going to change the jib because I'm going to jibe back almost immediately. And we're just going into the jibe with a fair amount of boat speed where possible. Jib got caught there, so I just headed up a little bit more to get the jib to come back. Jibing back. That was a juicy one. Liked it. Love a good jibe. It's nothing quite as satisfying as a good jibe. Right, I might just park up here for a second. So to park up, I'm just turning into the wind. Jib's on the wrong side, which works really well. Leia's got a really nice gust there. So yeah, I'm going to need the jib in the right position to be able to keep up with her. So she's going into her jibe. And we're going into ours, keeping an eye on her. We don't want to go up the back. Here we go. And coming down again. So Leia's got a much tighter main sheet. Her traveller's a little bit further out. It's two different styles at work here. So I'm just going to wait for the next gust and then go for another jibe. Yeah, she's pulling away there. Okay, and we're going to go to... Oh, that was the one. Oh, a little bit of jammy main sheet. Okay, and we just took our eye off the ball there for a second. Went quite high, but then we picked up a gust a bit earlier, so it didn't hurt us too much on our boat. It's not a race, of course. If you think it is a race, put "it's always a race" in the comments below, because of course it is always a race. There's Leia with some more boat speed, just steaming it through our dirty wind there. She's sailing quite high for the Broad Reach. Leia, I think one more jibe and then back for the moorings. Yeah, so she's going quite high there, so we can go a bit lower. That's how she came with so much speed. But we'll tuck in behind after her jibe. We'll let her cross in front. There we go. You could say, why don't you let the jib off first before the jibe? But then you might get the jib wrap. See my earlier video on avoid the jib wrap. You don't want the jib wrap. Believe me, no jib wrap, please. All right, here we go. Now the action's hotting up. It's not a race, we're just out training. Oh, she's good. Just leaning in to get the jib sheet, cranking that bad boy in. In theory, we should be able to go quicker because we're heavier. I think, I would guess I'm a good 30 kilos more than Leia. So she's pointing higher to cope with the power. We're pointing a bit lower to try to steam it through. But if we just go underneath, we're going to get the dirty. Okay, so now we're able just to free off a little bit. Want to let the traveller out a bit before we capsize. Right, just lifting the hull there a bit. Oh, it's a fantastic wind. Champagne sailing conditions here once again at Wild Wind Beach Club in Vasiliki Bay. Yeah, so there we go. I think I'm sure we learned a few things there. Perhaps not worrying about easing the jib off before the tack, setting the traveller on the jibes at the toe strap seemed quite good. Flying the hull to finish. How high can you fly? That high. Coming in off the trapeze to go in. A little bit late, a bit cavalier perhaps. Woohoo! All right. Perfect. So that was very good. Good exercise, and even if it wasn't a good exercise, that was great fun anyway. So thanks for watching. I hope that had some value to it for you. If not value, then perhaps just pure old-fashioned entertainment there on Joyrider TV. And there'll be more coming up soon as we head into September. Catamaran sailing of all descriptions and types here. So I'm going to park my boat and go and give Leia a hand. That is of course the problem with being only 50 kilos. The Hobie 16 becomes quite a lump to manage in the deep water when you're trying to park. All right, I'm coming.